Hey guys, it's Samantha from Samantha Designs. Welcome back to my channel. It is time for another Craft Roulette submission. This is for episode 269. The parameters are as follows. A square card. This is not made for a square card, but I'm going to make it into one. So hold on one second for that. Element, cloud, clouds, or cloudy. Colors, butterfly or butterflies. And then random is tide. So I have thoughts about that. I am going to be using another piece of 3x3 cardstock, and that's where the main image is going to go. And I found this little piece of scrap that I'm going to probably be using this too. I have decided to use a stamp set that I think I've only used pieces from a couple of times. But here's my thought. I think I'm going to do a little village or whatever you want to call it, little cluster of buildings, and then I have clouds up here, so that's easy. That takes care of the clouds. Why can I not see here the clouds? There's a sun. I thought the stork would be fun, but I decided no, I'm not going to go with the stork. I'm going to use the airplane and have the airplane with a little banner. Yeah, I was thinking I could just do the happy birthday, probably will be the easiest. Hope it's a wonderful day in your... It just says your. Why does it not have a word to go with that? That doesn't make any sense. I don't really have any need for welcome to our blog or anyone visiting us. Happy for you. Special delivery flying off. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use the happy birthday. And I want to make a banner that's tied to this plane with that happy birthday. That's my thought. So let's get started with some stamping. Okay, these stamps are layered, and my thought is I'm going to use my black layer on top. The colors for the butterflies, I'm going to be using fossilized amber, spice marmalade, some salty ocean, probably going to use the salty ocean with the clouds, and then broken china. Because I've looked online, and I do see blue and black butterflies, of course orange and yellow with black butterflies. So that's why I'm picking those colors. And we'll start layering these out. Okay. All right, first I'm just kind of layering out to see how many of these houses I can actually get on this piece of 3x3. And so there's going to be about 4. I'm going to stamp each one of them in probably a different color. Let me just figure that out. I'm using my stamping platform because, as you can see, usually you don't get great results with Distress Oxides. So I can, at least this way, stamp them more than one time and hopefully get a better image. And it looks like, for some reason, the middle is just not working. Okay, that's not bad. All right, let's move to the next one. I'm not going to show you each one because this is just going to be a lot of stamping. And then I'll come back and do the black part and show you some of that as well. All right, now I've lined up the layering portion of this first little house. And I know I'm doing it from the side and that looks weird, but my desk, the way it's laid out, this is probably the best way for me to do it. See, that's not cute. That's not bad. That's cute. All right, I'm going to do the rest of them. I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, here's where I am. I've already lost this stamp. That goes with this. I have no clue. I can't find it on my desk. And because it's tiny and it's clear, I think it's gone. But it is what it is. Okay, so I've got my houses all done. I could have done that one a little straighter. But so let's put the clouds. Oh, see, or at least a cloud or two. I always have a hard time seeing the clouds. I am going to just do I'm not going to do the outline of the clouds. That may look a little weird since everything else will be outlined. But I'm just going to add some clouds here and there. And then I'll be back. Okay, I don't think I want to change up my colors. So I'm going to make the plain yellow with the black outline. So that's what I'm going to be stamping next. Okay, this is where we stand. So now I'm going to try to carefully draw and tie this in as if it's a banner. I wish I was a wonderful person who draw, and I'm going to do this messy draw. I'm not going to even try to make straight lines. I'm not going to be worried about that too much. So, yeah, I'm just going to make it plain. I'm afraid if I do anything too fancy, I'll regret it. And so, I know this may look a little weird, but does it look like it's time to play? I don't know, guys. I don't know. But we're going to go with it. This is all in good fun. And yeah, let's finish the card. All right, I don't know how I did this, but I got junk all over my card. So, but I can fix it. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to cut this to 4 1/4 so it can be 4 1/4 square. There's my square card. Okay. I am going to cut this to 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I want a lot of the blue showing. So let's take off this part of the stripe. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit more. Can't we? Yeah. And then we'll do, oh, see? Oh, well, that's okay. That looks like it's not even. Did I make this even or not? Hold on, I'm not sure I did. Wow, that looks really uneven. I don't even like that. That's 4 1/4. This is, well, it's still off a little bit. Hold on. Let's do this. Because I really want. No, that's 4 1/4. Okay. That looks a little better. Okay. Sorry about all of that. Let's put this down first and make sure I'm liking it. That was the end of my tape. And since I got gunk all over the front of my card, hey, there's some on the inside too. How and where did that come from? I don't know. But I'm going to put this in the corner. This is tough, man. That's not on straight. All right, I gotta do some surgery. Okay, guys, I started over. I just got a new piece of 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And hopefully I'm not going to smudge this card. And then I messed up the paper too. So I'm going to do with this background paper. This is 4 by 4, so it won't be quite. It'll leave me a little bit of a white border. And I think this is a nice little neutral, the gray. I would say there's some gray in butterflies right there. I'm going to say there is. And this will be a nice little contrast, I think. And it'll also help that I don't have to, yeah, line it up square. So I'm going to put this here. All right, I think it needs a little bit of a border, so I think I'm going to add a fake border. So let me show you how I do that. Okay, when I was first starting out with card making, I did this all the time. And that was just had a little bit of black to the edges. I think this gives it a little bit of character because of the fact that I hand drew the banner sign. I think this will work. Now this did leave some smudges, but I'm just going to embrace the messiness of it. looks pretty straight. Okay. Okay, guys, I did add a little bow to the corner. I thought it needed a little something, so I'm just letting that set using my reverse tweezers to hold that in place. Okay, here's my final card for Craft Roulette, episode 269. Project square card, so this is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square card. Element clouds, cloudy, and then I do have some clouds stamped in the sky there. I have colors, butterflies. I use blues, oranges, and yellows as my butterfly colors. And then random it's tied. I do have a banner that's tied to my little plane here that says happy birthday. And I also tied a bow. Okay, I think I met all the parameters. See you next time. Have a great one, guys. Bye.